episode of Straight Talk. So today, you guys remember very well last time we spoke about abuse in relationships. So today we figured we should just continue with it because the topic got a little bit of attention, and we just wanna we thought we would extend it by discussing as to why people that abuse others do these things, why they have these tendencies, and also we just wanna direct the people, both the abuser and the abusees, into a right direction, how they can seek help, or just something. We want something positive to come out of this topic, so we thought we would carry on with the abusive in relationship story. So guys, why do you guys think, obviously we wouldn't know because we're not abusers, or at least we think we're not abusers, but why do we think people that have these abusing tendencies, why do they do it? Why do we think a person would want to abuse somebody that they claim they love? So what pushes these people to do these things?
Yeah, if I can quickly just pick up from our previous episode, I think it was Penny that mentioned that some people just grow up in such an environment, so that's what they know, that's what they call love, that's what they call taking care of somebody. Now for some, and that's the reason why they'll pass on the same act, which is an act of abuse, to the next person, because that's how they've been raised, or that's how they've seen their people or in relationships around them carry out or act out on one another, and that's why they would abuse each other. What I also think leads to abusing, like the person that's abusing, we're human beings. We have so many insecurities. We have lack of confidence at times and whatever. And you find it that people find they seek strength and confidence in hurting others. Like the say goes on, hurt people hurt others. This person is hurting, and because they are hurting, they will hurt you. Sometimes intentionally, sometimes non-intentionally. They don't know whether this is what they're doing to you. But because of that, because of your lack of confidence or because of your insecurities, you try to bring out others' insecurities, mostly emotional abuse. And then by pointing that out, they somehow feel like they are much better, or they can, not knowing that you're actually causing some emotional stress on that person. I think that's some of the few reasons.
To be uplifted in a way in their past lives, so they feel once they can just get this opportunity to be entitled to or to feel like they have the power over somebody else's life, it's joy to them, so they do that.
How about physical abuse?
For me, physically, I feel like sometimes it has to do with culture. Like, maybe for some men, for example, a man would hit their wife and feel like they are manly, and more of the men, when they do that, then if they hit their wife, then they feel like they are powerful. I think it also has to do with culture. If you don't hit your wife when they don't do something, then you are weak.
And vice versa too.
Yes.
And vice versa too. Women feel like if my man does not hit me,
Saying that sometimes a person will abuse you because you are encouraging them to.
Sometimes when it comes to culture, like it should be like that, because if maybe you feel like if my man is not hitting me, then he's not strong enough or something. So
then we go into a process of let me provoke him, and then he ends up beating me. Then we call it abuse, but then somehow we can also be a leading hand to that abuse.
Exactly. My man has disciplined me.
But sometimes it has to do with insecurities, like you said. When, for example, a guy will get more confident when they are drunk or something, and they feel like, now I can hit you, you can't talk to me like that. But when you get this guy just on a normal basis, they're so quiet, and when you say such things in front of your friends, they'll probably be like, you are lying, this guy does not do that. But when they are drunk, or maybe when they are just under a different situation,
so in other words, alcohol, substance
abuse.
Substance abuse can also lead to
yes.
Yeah. What I just want to revert back to what Cornelia said about upbringing. When kids look at their parents as their role models. A kid's father, a kid's mother, whatever they do, according to them, it's right. A little child. So if this kid has grown up seeing the father hitting the mother, to some extent they could think it's the right thing to do, and if this daughter child sees the mother being beaten by the father, yet the mother stays, then the child will also
Yes, we can.
Okay,
It's Africa.
Okay, anyway,
Sorry.
so
Yeah, then the child.
then the child will think it's
the
okay
right
for my
thing of
husband to
doing
hit me, and I stay. You know.
Yes.
So it's parenting also, right? If I may call it that way. Did I say hidden?
Something in
Something in that.
Anyhow, so guys, so we mentioned substance abuse, we mentioned insecurities, we mentioned cultural traditional beliefs. What else?
Some people say they're bewitched. I
Oh,
don't know when that
yes.
is, but I just feel like when it comes to that, it's lack of godly guardians or spiritual guardians into your life. Then you act based on your physical emotions on how you feel, and that's when you end up abusing people. But when you're spirit led, if you have the godly guardians, then you do things in a different way, and that's where people then will come and say you are bewitched. But that's because there's lack of godliness in it, and when you know what is godly is good. So because there's lack of that, and people will direct you to that. So it can also be that it boils down again to upbringing. What have you been raised into a culture where you respect each other and treat each other in a better way, or is it into a culture where just do what it is that you can do because you are the breadwinner in this relationship or something like that, and then you act on by it. So it can be that.
I would also say that because of okay guys, I'm not a psychologist, but I wish I was one.
You want to say from a psychological point of view?
Yeah, I want to say from a psychological point of view, but from a human, I don't know, is it a human point of view or something? I would just say that when you have difficulties controlling your own emotions, and you are left to no other ways, you feel like the only result is to just slap somebody, beat somebody, insult somebody. That is when you have lost the war within yourself.
To make yourself feel better.
Yes, it's
You have lost the
not
battle
necessarily
already.
making yourself feel better, but I call it lack of emotional intelligence. When you're emotionally intelligent, you know how to control yourself, because it's a human nature for us to act in a way. When somebody makes you angry, you want to either I'll strangle you or I'm gonna do whatever. But when you are emotionally intelligent, you know how to act when somebody angers you. Self-control. You know, if that's what I always tell people. If a taxi driver makes you angry and then you take out your middle finger, who are we to blame for the middle finger? Most of us are likely to say it's a taxi driver. I'm like, but the middle finger was already in you before the taxi driver made you angry. That reaction is you have power on how you react towards that person. You don't always need to bring out your or you don't always have to
react. You don't always have to have an answer.
And I always tell people when it comes to emotional intelligence, pick your battles right. Is it worth fighting for? Some of those things are not necessary, because then you end up abusing somebody, then you end up getting a case, then you end up being labeled all these. So if you can practice that, again, it comes to seeing as a social worker or seeing a specialist when it comes to emotion. How can I best control myself if my temper is too high, or if I can't handle this and that? How do I handle that? And when you get control, when you get to learn how to be emotionally intelligent, trust me, I think life will make everyone else, and not only in relationships when it comes to boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, but everywhere else in life. How you react to your waiter, for example. We all blame you're a woman waiter, but where is your emotional intelligence? Sometimes you need to just be the bigger person, turn the tables around, because now you are in control. You take control of your own action.
And we're not saying let people walk all over you. We're saying, like she said, is it really worth you putting up a fight? Like, for example, you are driving and a taxi jumps into your lane. I mean, you getting worked up. By the time you get worked up, that taxi is already done. It's just spoiling your day. We're not you human, of course. You're allowed to get angry, but don't let it drag on and mess up your day. Okay, guys, in a perfect world, we'll all want people to control what they are thinking or how they react, but unfortunately they are just those people that they can't do it. They don't have it's a battle. So we have these people in society. We need to help these people somehow. How do we help them? How do we refer them to or how do we refer them to people that can talk to, or how do we advise them to just to get some help? What do we do about it?
For me, for example, if you're an abuser, and I think you know that you have for example, like a bad temper or
I think you would know if
you'd know. So maybe seek help if you know you have a bad temper. Maybe talk to someone like a psychologist. I don't know the difference between a psychologist and a psychiatrist.
Yeah, just one of those.
So talk to someone, see how it goes. Might just be something from your past that you need to work on. Yeah.
From my side, I say that it's a self-improvement program. So when you have something jotted down that is in your life, and you're like, I want to work on this, and you have something that you feel really like this temper is something that I want to work on, then that is now where you have identified the problem, and now you are reaching out. When you are reaching out, there are so many places that you can get to. You can if you feel like you don't want to be judged by friends, you can speak to somebody that is a professional in that side of, I don't know, like a psychologist in that area. Yes, and for whether irrespective of whether you are whether you have medical aid, it caters for that. Whether you have a civil servant, it caters for that. The state actually even caters for such. There are sections for such. You can be assisted.
I think from my side, like when you guys were busy talking, something came to me. In every situation in life, you need to come to a first place of realizing that you need help. First of all, so this is a time to reflect. Am I an abuser or am I being abused?
Yes.
For all of us. Yes. Sometimes we didn't even know. Someone might not be beating you again in the physical, but in what way are you being abused? It can be in any other area of your life. Not necessarily. It can be at home. It can be at work. It can be in that team that you meet even amongst us. Maybe there's one of us that's just, this is time to reflect. First of all, you need to know. You need to acknowledge. Am I an abuser or am I being abused? One of those two. If both no, then you're on the safe side. If there's a flag of yes on either side, then there's a point where you need to step into how can I then get help? Do I need to talk to the person that I'm abusing, or is it the person who's abusing me? Is it helping? If not, I move on to the next. Again, to me, it's just that cycle. We meet one another, are we helping one another? Not. Then we stretch out. Who's the closest person that we can reach out to? Then we stretch out. Should we speak to our family members? Then we stretch. Should I reach out to the police then? Are we going to seek help? And because the thing is that it's very beneficial if both parties seek help. Then in the end, be it that you are not seeking help to get back to one another, you are seeking help so that the next person that you get into a relationship with can have a healthier relationship. Because then I've learned that I used to be this type of person and I'm no longer that type of person. So it's beneficial really for both the person who's being abused and the person who's abusing the other party to both seek help so that you can be restored back to society and back to living life to the fullest again. Like I've always said, live life like you were ought to live it. So both parties would require help.
I saw Cornelia is in the wrong profession.
Yes,
supposed to be psycho something, Star Trek, psychologist, something.
Let me not define it
coach,
now, but
life coaching. You are so good at these things.
Coach, I can coach someone, but I also need to be coached, guys. Like,
of course.
It's because you know what? Another thing. Thank you for saying that, but that's because I also seek counsel of other people. That's why they always say have a mentor, have a whatever. I have spiritual leaders. I have mentors when it comes to the professional working. I have friends that I know they can talk positively into my life. To me, I always tell people, acknowledge that you have a problem or this is what I am and it cannot be changed. Secondly, get your support team or group together. A support system, very, very important for everyone in life. It doesn't matter if you are Donald Trump or whoever, everyone needs a support system around them. And thirdly, or third but not last, I always give it up to, there are certain things that we don't have control up to, but the Lord will guide you. Like the Lord will guide you in all those things there. Just certain things
whatever you believe in,
whatever
And fourthly, have yourself a friend like Cornelia. yes, guys. No, really, when you are good at this, but guys, we would like to point you guys also to a place where you can get help. So at the end of the video, as you watch it, we're going to add some links or names of places that you can visit locally in Namibia, in Windhoek, wherever it is in Namibia, or numbers that you
can call, gender-based violence, where you can dial to that
toll-free number. We'll put everything in the
or we'll put it in the description.
And once more, please subscribe, love, share, and let us know in the comments what you think.
What you want us to talk about.
Let us talk to you or talk to us.
Yes,
also,
guys.
tell us your stories. Have you ever been abused before? And how did you overcome it?
And
and I always tell people thought that when somebody can speak from the point of I've been abused, you are victorious. You're speaking from a point of victory.
Yes,
you've
you've
already
won.
overcome it, and you're like,
True.
now I can help another person.
Yeah, or even if you're an abuser before.
And you
seek help
you seek
and
help.
you have made yourself a better person.
Come through. If you want to call us,
Look
let
at
us
it
know.
like a
Just comment down.
self-development or self-growth type of something. Look at it like that.
Alright, guys.
Yes.
Until next time, guys.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Subscribe.
And love. Share.
In the world that you can be anything.
Be kind.